Ladies and gentlemen, another Facebook Live, okay, with Rick Berube and my always companion Paul over there behind the camera. And ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very fortunate today from the lovely state of Arizona and new to Berkshire Hathaway, Patrice Pimentel. Patrice, welcome to the chair. Ooh, I blacked out for a minute there. I'm back. All right, Patrice. All right, so now, just so they know, you are the new awesome manager of our Kierland office, which is kind of the flagship corporate office for Berkshire Hathaway of Arizona. And tell them a little about yourself, maybe how long you've been in the business, what you did before. Give them a little idea of who you are, please.
Okay. Well, I'm Patrice Pimentel, and I actually started in my background is actually in finance and banking. And so I actually started out in working with Bank of America for years and years, just kind of worked my way up from teller to personal banker. And because I talked so much, they had promoted me to like branch manager. And then I became a district manager, and then I worked for private banking. Hi. And then I was talking to one of my personal bankers. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Patrice, you'd be so good at looking at houses and or being a real estate agent." I was like, "Well, I do like looking at houses." So anyway, her name was Randy, and I'll never forget it. And so she was one that kind of put that seed in my mind, and I just decided, hey, I'm just going to go and try this out and see how it goes. And so I went and got my real estate license, and then I this is all in Seattle too, by the way, because I'm originally from Seattle. I was born and raised in Washington, in Seattle. So anyway, I decided to go and talk to a broker. His name was Carl Nutt, and he was over at John L. Scott up in Washington, which is John L. Scott and Windermere are the two largest real estate companies in the Northwest. And I quit my salary job, super scary thing to do, and just decided to go on straight commission. And I was talking to another one of my friends over at one of my son's birthday parties, because my son was 2 at the time. He's 25 now.
Wow.
But she said, when I was talking to her at the birthday party, I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so scared to do this." She goes, "Well, why not? Don't you believe in yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, you're a great seller at the bank, you do such a great job. So why not? Why can't you do it?" So I was like, I guess she's right, so I'm glad that I had that discussion with her. So
Sounds like an offhand motivational speech.
Exactly.
Well, you do believe in yourself, right? You do believe in yourself.
Yeah, you do believe in yourself, right? I was like, yeah, I guess so. Because I used to win trips to Vegas. I won a trip to Cabo. I missed out on the Jamaica trip, but that's fine. So that was that's how my deal went. So then I just started selling real estate, and then I was doing super, super good. And then of course the recession hit. So I got my license in 2000, very end of 2003. So I was selling mostly new construction, because in Washington you can sit site and work for a real estate company, like Berkshire Hathaway, and also sell outside of the construction site. So I did a lot of new construction up there, and I would just double end deals left and right up there, and I was doing super good. In fact, I even had a billboard up on one of the highways up there. I was making pretty good money. So, but I was doing great. So then the recession happened. And so you have to kind of reinvent yourself when times change.
Absolutely.
And so that was a really super good learning experience for me. I still stayed in real estate. I got my certification for REOs and short sales, and worked with another person out of our office. And we sold probably over 400 homes during that whole period of time. So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny you say started at the bank. When I was going to college, I worked at a bank for a whole summer, and I used to cash. That was back in the days where they would come in, deposit some, cash some to the teller, their check. And I used to cash the president of the bank's account, and he would ask me if I would go to, if I wanted to go to work in the banking system once I graduated from college. And I was thinking to myself, I cash your check every week. No.
I know.
It's almost like working in a bank is almost like being a drug dealer, right? Like you are close to the product, but you can't have any of it.
Right. very true. But I've been through 7 robberies, and after the last one
Wow.
in 1997, I was like, this is giving me PTSD. I mean, I've been in takeover robberies where they came in with a rifle, shot it up into the ceiling, broke the skylight out. I was afraid he was
Wow.
going to have come in and make us go into the vault or something like that. I was hiding it underneath my desk, going, "Oh, great!" And then the last one I was in, I don't know if anybody's interested in these robbery things, but the last one I was in was actually in '97, and the guy came in, robbed every single teller, and left. And he changed his hat outside because he had a red hat on, and when he was walking down the street, he had a white hat on. And it was really funny because he dropped some money outside. A lady helped him pick it up. And then he went over to Nordstrom's, and he was actually shot and killed by the police because he was on a suicide mission.
Oh
So
God.
that means that that's really scary for people in the bank because he could actually have done something to one of us. So, yeah,
Right. Right. Yeah.
creepy.
When your
So,
ultimate goal is to do that so they shoot you and kill you, right? That's not a good thing.
yeah, no, So
Well,
anyway, yeah, but scary. That's why that's one reason why I just didn't want to be in the branches anymore. So,
I don't blame you. Well, and
yeah.
people think real estate's stressful. It's not that stressful.
No, no. You just have to protect yourself when you're going inside empty houses. So,
Right.
yeah,
All
but
right.
I've
So
loved this career with the real estate. So,
yeah. So you've been a very successful agent. You run a team. You've had other things that you've done successfully, and now you're the manager teaching and helping and recruiting, which you're doing a great job too. By the way, great job. See,
thank you.
everybody loves you there and your energy and your positivity, right? So tell them a little about what you see an agent needs to do to be successful, especially in a market like this.
Well, in the hot market or the insane market that we just got through with, I think that is your negotiation skills and talking to the agents and contacting. Just have complete communication, especially when there's multiple offers that are going to be coming in on a house. Communication. I know that it's impossible with some agents; they just don't even answer their phone. But most of my successes in getting my offer accepted is just having constant communication with the agent. As the times are kind of changing, we're just going into a little bit of a shift. We're just going from insane to like a hot market. So just preempting your listing clients, just letting them know, hey, we might not get an offer in 2 hours. It might take us 4, 5, 6, 7 days, maybe 15 days. It might sit on the market a little bit longer because interest rates are going up. I mean, we're getting a little bit more listings. So yeah, there's, I think that as a real estate agent, you need to have kind of like the chameleon effect. So you need to be able to, ever changing in this type of business. I mean, you always have to have your, know what the market is doing, know how to change with the market, and you're going to be more successful. Because if you just if you just think it's going to stay the same, it's not going to. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's always
I went all the way through the recession, and you just have to take other classes, do something. Just there's a lot of different things that you can do in the field of real estate. I mean, whether it's becoming like a branch manager like I've done, but I really super enjoy training people and helping people succeed in their careers and just helping people just move forward. And I call it leveling up because it's important. And I mean, it is what it is. So I like doing that. But I think that, yeah, just the ever changing, just make sure that you are keeping up on what the markets are doing and getting yourself some certifications if you need them to move up to the next level, and just be flexible. It's
right.
not the end of the world because the interest rates went up to 6 or 7%. It's not the end of the world. Everybody's going to have to buy a house. I mean,
Right.
it is what it is. People have to sell their house and people still have to buy their homes. So, and there's plenty of homes out there for everybody to sell.
That's true. There's plenty of homes, and now it seems like let's face it, Arizona, especially where you are, Scottsdale, Phoenix area, the last 2 years has been the best, or at least in the top 3 of markets for number one for appreciating transactionally, all that good stuff, and
Yeah.
it has leveled out. And I like the way you said it. It's gone from a crazy ballistic market just to a super hot seller's market. But there are opportunities within this market, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, with a little bit of, so when I moved down here, let me just tell you this. When I moved down here in 2016 from Seattle, I was so excited because it's been an insane market in Seattle for, I mean, since 2014. I mean, when the gears started, turning after the recession, it was next thing you know, we're just back into the regular insane market again. So I was really used to doing a lot of the multiple offers and, there's the, we'll review offers on this date, blah, blah, blah. I was so excited to come down here because there was so much inventory. I could find all of my friends and family, beautiful homes with pools and the misters and the putt in the back and everything. And now look, so now we're in this, prices have appreciated substantially since I've been here in 2016.
Oh,
so
yeah.
started. Yeah. I mean, substantially. I mean, now I've got my clients in Seattle are like, well, I don't know. It's almost the same price. So
Yeah. Well,
it
no,
really
it's still
is getting there.
it's still better than Seattle, but
Still,
yeah,
it's still better. Yeah. But I'm just hoping it levels out a little bit. I'm actually kind of excited that the interest rates went up a little bit so we can get more inventory so that we can sell more homes.
right.
So
And that's a great point too, because not a lot of people look at it that way. But the interest rate, if you're a productive, proactive real estate agent with the rates ticking up a little bit, creating a little bit more inventory, it gives your sellers and buyers and everybody more options. So to me, there's actually more opportunity for the full-time working agent right now, right?
yes, I think so. I mean, just a lot more options for your buyers. So I actually kind of like it. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared of it, but don't be scared of it. It's actually a good thing.
Well, it's like you said about your friend, right? You have confidence in yourself, right?
That's right.
This is the right market. There's no bad market.
No, there isn't. There is
Unless
not.
you own a whole bunch of real estate. But if you're listing and selling, okay, there's, it goes up, it goes down, it goes in the middle, it goes upside down. It doesn't matter. Houses are listing and selling every single day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you want to give, how about a couple pieces of advice? And I'm a real estate agent. I want to be successful in today's market. What would you tell them to focus on right now? Maybe top three.
I would say work your sphere.
Right.
I just had 2 agents that got 2 listing appointments just off of handwritten notes.
Right.
That they like real handwritten notes. That's 2 different agents doing that, and they got listing appointments. So I would suggest doing that. Advice, I would say hang in there because, like I said, the market is ever changing. But just make sure that you are not stuck in one way. Just be flexible and just do your very best. Get out and get up early in the morning. If you don't get yourself out of bed, you're not going to be making any money. So I would have to say that just try to do your best and make your phone calls.
Right.
And make your contacts.
Yeah, work your sphere, write handwritten notes to them. I like talking to them and then writing them a quick note and mention something we talked about in there. And then we have, as you're learning now, we have those great tools, the VAC 2.0. We have neighborhood reports, market reports, newsletters, the buy side report. We have all kinds of goodies in there that they can send out, right? Set them up on auto.
Yeah. I mean, just networking, go to parties, make sure that everybody knows that you're a real estate agent. There's a lot of people, and I hear this over and over again. They're like, oh, my neighbor didn't know I was a real estate agent. Seriously? Why didn't you go out and talk to your neighbor? I mean, you need to let them know that you're a real estate agent. So don't feel embarrassed to tell people what you do. Other people like to talk about what they do.
Right.
So why can't you talk about what you do? I'm a real estate agent. I can help you buy or sell your home. So just get the word out there. The more exposure you have, the better.
Yeah, don't be a secret agent.
That's right. Don't be a secret agent.
Right. Get out, talk to everybody, especially your neighbors. How many times I hear that as a coach? I'm like, my neighbor listened at home. They didn't know I was an agent. How is that possible?
I know.
That should not be possible.
No.
All right, good. So work your sphere. Use the phone. Call them. With my team, my joke used to be, hey, guys, the phone works both ways, incoming and outgoing. And then when you're talking to them, you can handwrite them a letter. People open handwritten letters. Like the address is handwritten with the little return. So I would definitely do that too. Anything else you can see out there would be helpful today, because like you say, it's changing a little bit, although interest. I mean, people are complaining more than actually the changing, right?
Yes. Yeah, you need to just make sure that you can uh, just have that conversation with your buyers or with your sellers and your buyers, even with interest rates. When I bought my first house, I think our interest rate was like 6.5%. I mean,
Right.
but the thing is that nobody cares about what they were in the past, but it kind of does give you an indication that interest rates just kind of go up and down. So, I mean, just be prepared for the market changes, and just make sure that you're preempting your sellers about what's going on. I mean, if you had a listing appointment, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the market's actually changed since 2 and 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So the thing is that you just have to have circle back and have that conversation again about,
Yeah.
hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to list it at 1,050,000. I think we might have to go down just under 1 million, or let's go to 1,025,000. But they may not like that, but it's the truth. And sometimes, otherwise, you're going to be taking a listing, you're going to be spending all kinds of money and wasting your time.
Not going to sell. Yeah. Yeah. I would tell them, hey, your house has doubled in value in the last 3 years. Don't be greedy. Let's go after a
Yeah.
good pricing. Right. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of agents, they get the listing because they oversell their price, because they, to me, it's really unfair because every seller wants to hear that it's worth more than it is. And then they say they'll do it for less commission. And all you're doing is devaluing the property rather than being brutally honest with them up
Right.
front.
You want to set up for success. You don't want to overprice the house. So
Yeah. It's better to underpromise and overdeliver than the other way, right? Because that's
Yep.
what most agents do. They overpromise
Exactly.
and underdeliver, and then they give all the rest of us that do a great job a bad name.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, I know we've taken any final words you want to leave these lovely people. I really appreciate you taking the time out today too.
I guess go out and sell, sell, sell.
Sell, be somebody. Woo!
Right. Woohoo!
All right, Patrice. Thank you very much for your time. Everybody else will be doing this again on Thursday. Thanks, Patrice.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
See you, everybody.